Hello guys, welcome back to UK Firearms and Airguns, and today I decided to do a little bit more rimfire stuff with my kriss Defiance and my CZ452. However, the CZ452 will be in a different video. So this video is about my kriss Defiance and how accurate it is at 50 meters using CCI Standard velocity rounds. They're pretty decent rounds, probably about mid-range. They're not at the bottom of the scale of prices of rounds, and they're not at the top like SK Match and Ely, etc. I was quite surprised with the results that I got, and I was actually very happy with my kriss Defiance at 50 meters. So the setup I was using was a tiltable bipod, my SAC moderator. I was using a Vortex strike equal 1 to 8. The magnification setting was on 8. So that was the rifle setup I was using. So what you're going to see now is just a video of me shooting the kriss Defiance. Unfortunately, because of safety and stuff, I can't really take my phone down to the end of the range to film the rounds actually impacting the targets. My club wouldn't like that for obvious safety reasons. So what we're going to do now is just have a look at the video, if you please, of me actually just shooting the rifle. And then once you've had a look at that, we'll come back here and we'll actually have a look at the targets. I have got quite a few targets to actually show you, some ranging from very good groups to not so good groups, and I'll explain why when we come to that portion of the video. So enjoy this bit and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I'm going to be doing 5 round groupings at 50 meters using my kriss Defiance, and the round today that I'm going to be using is CCI Standard velocity. So as you can see here, I'm using the Smith & Wesson 1522 magazines with no feeding issues whatsoever. So I've seen some videos on YouTube where people state that the 1522 magazines do not work in the kriss Defiance. However, it does seem to be that in my rifle, the 1522 magazines work fine. I'd also like to state there's been no modifications done to the rifle or the magazine for the magazines to work in my kriss Defiance. The 1522 magazines also work my bolt hold open as well. So I literally have no issues or dramas with the 1522 magazines. They feed fine, and it also works the last bolt hold open as well. welcome back, guys. So as you just saw there, it's just a quick video of me actually shooting the rifle. And if you notice, I was actually using the Smith & Wesson 1522 mag in that video. And as you can see there, with no modifications to the magazine or anything, the magazine was feeding the rounds into the rifle fine. As I'm sure you've heard, same as I've heard, that apparently the Defiance magazine, sorry, not the Defiance, the Smith & Wesson magazines are not very reliable out of the Defiance. However, it does seem with mine that they are quite reliable. Both the 25 round magazines that I've used, that I own myself, and I've used a couple of 10 round 1522 mags, and they run absolutely fine at my rifle. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to look at the groupings that I achieved at 50 meters with my rifle, with the Defiance. And I was quite pleasantly surprised with a lot of the groupings that I got. So as you can see here, here's my first group. Now obviously when I was doing the video, I didn't shoot all the groups in the video that you just saw. That was just a little bit of footage of me shooting. So I'm just going to measure it. So we're looking at about a 2 centimeter group, or a 20mm group at 50 meters with CCI Standard velocity. And for a semi-automatic rifle, I'm very pleased with it. It's a lot more accurate than what my 1522 ever was, and it's definitely a lot more accurate than my Ruger 1022, that's for sure. So unfortunately on this group here, you can see that it's opened up a little bit. However, I think some of this stuff is actually due to me, not the rifle. So it's the same as, it's about a 2 centimeter group. Do it that way. It's about 1.5 centimeters. So that one's about a 2 centimeter group, or 20 millimeters. So the next target, as we can see here, the groups have opened up a little bit more, I think. Oh no, that's the 2 centimeter group as well. Just do it that way as well. 2 centimeters, 20 mils. This group has opened up quite a bit, but this was me. So unfortunately, this one's a 3.5 centimeter group, so about 35 millimeters. Now, I'm not making excuses, but when my suppressor does come loose, because it does come loose with my rifle sometimes, it does open up the groups a little bit, and then I have to tighten up the suppressor again. But here we go, so we're back with some more. I have got quite a few of these cards, guys. So this one here is about a 2.5 centimeter group. If you discount that shot, because I did think I pulled that one, because as you can see I've got a nice 4 round group here and then one off over here, so that is probably more down to me than the actual rifle. That's a 1 centimeter group, 10 millimeter group. Come over here, got another 5 round group. See there, it's about 1.5 centimeters. If you discount that shot there, just if I did pull that shot, which I might have done, there you go, it's about a 1 centimeter group. So I'm very pleased with the accuracy of this rifle at 50 meters. Now I have done a video before that's at 25 meters, but never at 50. Obviously I've shot the rifle at 50, but I usually use SK match and not CCI Standard velocity. So this one here is a 2 centimeter group. We've got a nice 5 round group here, about 1.5 centimeters. Yeah, it's roughly about 1.5 centimeter group. Maybe a little bit big if you do it that way. If you do it that way, it's 1.5. Got another group here. Nice 5 round group. Do it from there to there. 2 centimeters. This group is rather bigger. We're looking at a 4 centimeter group there, 40 millimeter group. Got another group here. That one was I definitely pulled the shot on that one. So about 2 centimeters. If you discount those 2 shots there, you've got the nice 3-round group there. It's just over a centimeter, so just over 10 mils. Got a nice group up here. Unfortunately, we've got a 3-round group there, then 2 rounds there, so we'll mark it off there. But even then, it's still about 2 centimeters, 20 mils. This rifle, believe it or not, does actually do even better with the SK Match. So the SK Match does quite nice. Now this group here, these groups here will just split groups. So basically, I shot my 5 rounds, and I'll just carry on shooting the cards. So I've got like 8 split groups on here. I think there's probably about what 15 to 20 rounds on each of these cards. Got here about 1.5 centimeter group there. Got a nice tidy little 5-round group here. It's about 1.5 centimeters. I've got quite a few rounds in here. I think this was a 10-round group. So even then, it's roughly just under 2 centimeters. This is the last card I'm going to show you. I think you're getting the picture of how accurate this semi-automatic rifle is at 50 meters. 2 centimeter group there. This one is opened up quite a bit. That's a 5 centimeter group. So I have got many more cards. However, I'm not going to keep showing them all. I think you find that the rifle's pretty accurate, so it seems to be, hang on, let's just turn you me. So it seems to me that this rifle consistently groups at around about 2 centimeters, 20 mils, 50 meters on a bench rest. I really do think that's really, really good for this rifle. That's quite accurate. I've been bearing in mind this is a sort of semi-automatic. They're not renowned for being as accurate as a bolt action, but this can keep up with the old bolt actions, as you can see. When I've come onto my CZ video, oh, that's really nice. That's really, really accurate actually with those 22 LR rounds, but that'll be on another video. But this isn't far behind it. This is a very, very, very good rifle, and I do believe it's because of the barrel. Barrels, I mean, look at how thick that barrel is for a semi-automatic. It's really thick, which obviously aids in accuracy. And just for the fact that it has a metal receiver and stuff, it just keeps the rifle a lot more rigid, doesn't it? So I have got many more targets, but I'm not going to show you them all, otherwise this video will go on forever. However, I think out of that samples we just saw there, that you could quite gladly say that that rifle with CCI Standard velocity rounds consistently groups at around about 20 mils or 2 centimeters. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any targets because I've thrown them all away, but I usually use the SK Match rounds at my club. Now, the SK Match is obviously a lot more expensive than the CCI Standard velocity, so I just wanted to try a little bit more of a budget round. And I'm actually very, very pleasantly surprised with the results that I've got from that. So I think I'm going to carry on using that. And hopefully at some point, next time I'm down the range, I might just get another box of SK Match, and then we'll do another couple of groups at 50 meters, and then you can see the difference with that. So thank you for watching. I hope if you are looking at getting a kriss Defiance and you're trying to find the accuracy, how accurate these rifles are, I hope this video helps. Please like and subscribe and have a good day.